So today I want to talk about tone wood. Yeah, stop flinching at your desk. I'm not going to start any tone wood debate, at least not intentionally. People get way crazy about that. I'm not into it. But what I do want to talk about is East Indian rosewood, and why no one ever uses it on guitar tops. This question first got into my head about, I'd say a year and a half ago, when I worked at a guitar factory here in Maine. And this was the first time I ever encountered rosewood in person. Brazilian rosewood, East Indian rosewood, anything. And man, I was blown away at how pretty this stuff was. I love the way it smells, I love the way that it looks, I love the way the guitars that were backed with it sound. So, I was curious why no one ever used it on guitar tops. Now, I was just an entry-level luthier at the time in terms of acoustic guitar making. I'd made some electrics before, and anything goes in the world of electrics, but I was curious why no one used rosewood on the top of acoustic, so I looked it up. For some reason, everyone seems to say that rosewood is not applicable to acoustic guitar making tops, to acoustic guitar tops. And I was curious why. I mean, people use maple all the time. I did a little bit more research and I found an exotic hardwood dispensary near where I lived. Rarewoods USA, check them out. Seriously, keep those guys in business because I love going there. I have an addiction, it's bad. I spent way too much money, please help me. Out of some of that rosewood I bought, I made this guitar. This was my first acoustic that I ever made in my house using hand tools and jigs that I made. So, as you expect, it has a couple flaws. But the top, the back, and the sides are all East Indian rosewood. The fretboard and the neck are made of figured maple, and the headstock veneer is more rosewood. The bracing inside is made of spruce, and I did a traditional X bracing pattern because I wanted this to be a test guitar. I wanted to keep everything as standard as I possibly could and just see how rosewood sounded. So I built this thing. It took me a couple months to make this thing because, you know, I wasn't very proficient at my little home shop yet. But I'll admit, when I initially put strings on it, I was disappointed. It sounded bland, it sounded boxy, it had almost no bass at all. The high notes, the treble sounded pretty good, but it was interesting because it's not what I expected. When you read about rosewood online, people say that it's warm, it's got balanced mid and lows. I didn't find that to be the case initially. But after a couple weeks of strings sitting on this thing, something really cool happened. It started sounding really good. Sound samples of the guitar. Let me know what you guys think. As you can probably hear, I added some reverb to a couple of those samples, and I didn't do that to try to fool you guys at all. I did that because I do that with most of my acoustic recording. I just think it sounds better. For a microphone, I use this Audio-Technica AT2020. Great condenser mic. It's news to anybody. This is one of the best selling cheap condenser mics out there. For an interface, I use a Yamaha AG03. I ran the mic directly into the interface. The interface is what provides the reverb. There's actually no EQ settings on the interface, so I couldn't have meddled with it even if I wanted to. For recording software, I went directly into Audacity and I didn't touch it. So after doing this experiment, what are my final thoughts on Rosewood? I think it's cool. I think that it has a very interesting sound that's very different from spruce or mahogany or other traditional guitar making woods. Now, do I think that's something that should be put into wider circulation? Maybe not. Mostly from an environmental perspective, rosewood, we gotta let them start growing back because they're not doing so well as a whole. My recommendation would be, because it's such a hard and stiff and heavy wood, if I ever use it again as a top, I'll probably do a V brace as opposed to an X brace. I think the X brace was a little bit overbuilt for rosewood. But to answer my initial question, can you put a rosewood top on an acoustic guitar and make it sound good? I would say the answer is yes. Does it sound as good as spruce or mahogany? I'm not sure. In my experience of guitars I've built, the answer to that is no. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for entertaining me in my little experiment here. Like and subscribe to the channel. I post content like this all the time. I post build videos, LUTHIERY videos, you name it. Anything that sounds fun to me. I hope you all have a great day. Keep on cracking. See you soon.